Right, just I've sort of semi-reminded myself actually at this junction. I've had a couple of people ask me how does that track work in terms of, because I will have a return loop in the end. So the very back line comes down, comes round, and it'll come under this bridge, and then we break away down to the back of Exehaven Harbour station, and that comes down, and then it actually goes underneath the station and comes out there. Now the plan is to have this track come right round here, and then obviously this space here will be filled with track as the harbour side freight area, but this track will also pass through the back. So where's my finger? So it will literally probably go round here and down, or under here, and then it will go down underneath there. I'll just draw back. So there's plenty of room to get it down under there, and there will be some baseballs under here eventually. And what I intend to do, because initially I was going to do a helix, but I'm not sure whether I really need one, because I think I've got the length and room just to come down on a reasonably gentle slope, and by the time we reach the back under here, I should be on a reasonably level surface, because I don't plan to have it too low down. It'll only be down a foot at the most, maybe a little bit more, we'll see. And that will come right round here, and I will build in storage yards under here, but there will also be a return loop which will just curve round under here and then come back on itself, and it will give the impression of the trains leaving Budley Regis and actually going somewhere, then coming back again, because they'll come in front first. So I have worked it all out a while back now, and it should all work quite nicely, as long as I can get my track down there well enough and make it as good as I can possibly make it. But yeah, so the trains will actually disappear somewhere, so that's where they will go down, and they will go right underneath all of the baseballs, round here, round to the back, hopefully onto a fairly flat surface underneath there. Then I come round under Exehaven Harbour and then turn the loop underneath there, and then come right round again and come back up the same slot. Now because I'm using the Z21, I should be using the Z21 reverse loop module, so that's all pretty standard. So we won't have any shorts, hopefully, he says. And that's how that'll work. Hopefully that's clear, and if it's not, just leave me a note in the comments and I'll try and explain it better next time. Right, and of course, as you would have seen and heard in the background, my Class 33 is back, although it is a replacement model. Well done rails, Sheffield. They've turned that round in about 2 weeks. I sent it off to them, it had just stopped working. They confirmed within a few days of my diagnosis it's not working, and they've sent me a replacement, and well done to them. No quibble, no problem, and I'm very happy to have it back. One thing I have noticed, and you know, again, being a novice, I don't always think about all of these things, is that it has got working lights, and on the model that I had before, the lights didn't work, but I hadn't even really thought about it, so it might be the fact that I just haven't turned them on, but that's just it's just the way of things, I'm afraid. But yeah, now that I've got them, it's all working lovely, perfect. So yeah, there she is. with the coaches that she shall be pulling from Waterloo down to Dudley Regis and back again, and through into and the boat trains down to Exehaven Harbour. Yeah, I'll just give you a few running shots of as she comes round again. Up she comes out the steepest part, or the steepest gradient on the layout out of Exehaven Harbour. The diesels handle that no problem. Back out over the bridge. But this Class 33 by Dapol is such a good runner, and the last one was as well, until it just stopped working. And it's excellent, very smooth, lovely operation, and as you can see, it can pull a rake of 8 coaches very easily up and around these slopes. And there we go, back over the furthest bridge. Right, okay, for the first time ever at Exehaven Harbour, we have got some double track running. Pannier tank just crossing over, passing by the Class 33. There's the pannier tank, sorry about that. I'm just trying to control the controller. Oh, hello. Just had a short. I know why. Usual operator error. Point not changed in the right direction. So bear with me, we'll come back. Right, so take 2 of the double track running. The signal box operator has been told about the error earlier, and we're now back on track. There we go, 2 passing trains. Right, so one more shot of the double track main line running. 2 trains going in the opposite direction. There they go. Right, so whilst we were doing the track testing with the Class 33 sweet by, I come across, there's a rail joiner just in the front there that has gone underneath the track, so there's a bit of a bump there. When I looked closely as the little pannier tank went round, it jumped. I just had a nice little run my finger across there, and yes, it's a little proud, so we'll sort that out. That's a job for another day though, because I'm running out of time rapidly today. So that's where we're at. Okay, so that's the end of this episode. Not too much to show. Obviously, you've seen how far I've got with the double track, which is, I guess it's quite halfway round the first loop. I guess just about. You know, as usual, life gets in the way a little bit. Of course, the garden's up and running, and there's a few other things going on in the background that I've had to deal with rather than work on the railway. Happily, the Class 33 is back and working really well, as you would have seen. So that's really good news. Got a couple of acquisitions coming for, probably I'll show you in the next episode, and we'll take that from there. So thank you everybody, as usual. Thanks for subscribing, and those that haven't, if you want to, come along. You know, watch this old bloke who's a novice at this game struggle his way round his model railway, but yeah, everything's going okay at the moment in terms of the railway, and that's where we're at. So thankfully, as you may have noticed, I've had my hair cut, and on that note, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Cheers everyone, bye now.